So, you're an artist or a producer, you can't finish any song. You make a chord progression or a melody, maybe put a vocal on wax, but you usually leave it at that. I've had the same issue for a while now. That was until I got advice from this guy. This allowed me to stop being a producer of partial songs and turn me into a music making maestro. When I first started making my own music, I found it super easy to just finish songs. In my first year of putting out music, I released a total of 13 songs. I was in my groove, I knew what I was doing, and I was used to regularly finishing music. But then I decided to take a break. But since that break at the end of 2021, I've struggled to consistently put out music and finish music. I've not finished as many songs as I would like to, even though I've got so many ideas just sat there waiting to be finished. Other than helping me procrastinate, I find that I gain so much from hearing other people's thought processes and how they make their music. A month or two ago, I stumbled across Jacob Collier's video breaking down his song, Bridge Over Troubled Water. This is a reharmonization of Yebba's social media a cappella, sprinkled with features from John Legend and Tori Kelly. Quite frankly, this is a stupidly complex but insanely beautiful piece of artwork. So as I sat there and watched the video, I wondered, how long did it take Jacob to finish this huge project?
Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot to say. To this arrangement actually took 3 days in total.
That's right, he said he only worked on this on 3 separate days. 3 days. This project has almost 3,000 regions and over 300 individual tracks. I don't think I've even had 3,000 individual thoughts in the last 3 days. He tells us this while talking about having to make harmonic decisions very quickly and also apologising to us for not crossfading every single individual region. I think I speak for everyone, Jacob, when I say, we forgive you. After I'd recovered from my self-loathing and realisation that I'm still not a musical genius, I came away with one main lesson. To finish making more music, I just need to decide to finish it. Maybe it's just me, but when I set myself a task and give myself a deadline to complete that task by, I usually do it. Tori Kelly's incredible verse on this song was recorded in an hour in her home studio 3 or 4 days before Jacob's album, Jesse Volume 4, was due.
Like, oh, but then it cuts short, it goes, oh. Yeah, exactly.
They had a hard deadline, they had a task to complete, and they produced magic. So, how did this affect how I approach my own music? Well, I wrote a song in July 2021, and this is what it sounded like after the first draft.
I can't get you off my mind, but I don't get you by my side. Days go by and I realize I'm happiest when you're in my life.
I bounced that version of the song and saved it to my Dropbox, and would listen to it every few weeks, trying to get a vibe for the song and see what I wanted to change in it. I made all these notes and had all of these ideas, but ultimately, I just left it as it was. Meanwhile, I started working on the hundreds of other ideas I had and started writing some other songs. That wasn't until I saw that clip of Mr. Collier last month. I then set myself the deadline of a week to make any production changes I wanted to make to the song, to record the vocals, and to mix and master it. I didn't know whether this was going to be possible at the time because I am a master procrastinator. But what do you know? The song is now finished. I'm sat here before you today with a fully mixed and mastered song with cover art, and I'm actually going to upload it right after this video.
I can't get you off my mind, yeah, but I don't get you by my side, yeah. The days go by and I realize I'm happiest when you're in my life.
Not only have I finished that song this month, but I've also finished a few other songs and have enough to make an EP. As artists and producers, we know that music can be complicated. We all want the finished version of each project we do to be the best that it can be. But now I'm trying to not let that get in the way of deciding that something needs to be finished and doing it. So my advice to you is change that chord progression, add those backing vocals, add those extra drums, and be done with it. And I'm not saying you should rush your music, because you can't rush greatness. I'm asking you to make decisions and to make them quickly. Some of you might find it helpful to set a deadline so you can hold yourself to account. If there's one thing I'd like for you to take away from this video, that you should finish your music and let the world hear what you've created. We can't wait to hear what you make.